Welcome back to TouHou Fantastic Danmaku Festival 3. In the last part, I played as Sanai, and now I'm going to play as the only shot type I haven't played as, the Mokou. So I went and checked the recording of the previous part before I checked this one, and it's, from what I can tell, the volume for the last couple stages was pretty fine, so I'm going to keep the volume settings I used for the last part. Even if that means I can barely hear the music for the first couple stages, but I think you could hear it in the recording, so it's fine. So Mokou, like everyone else, except for Marissa, I guess, she didn't have much of a spread shot. She had little lasers that could technically have more range. Yeah, she's got a long, hits more enemy shot, and she has a closer shot. Not gonna lie, this looks like Yuyuko's shot, which is not great. Doesn't really do much damage. Yeah, Netherworld team is something. They're the team I normally play as because of Yomo. But they definitely are a combination of extremes. Whereas this shot I have here, this more focused shot, is not nearly as narrow as Yomo's is. But is that wide shot as weak as Yuyuko's is? I don't know. So when I get to Wriggle here, I'm assuming Mokou's going to say something first, and that's going to be the only unique piece of dialogue difference between this and the Marissa route, because that's what happened with Sanai until stage 6, where for some reason, when we get to stage 6, Mokou and Marissa split up, but Reibo and Sanai don't. Very interesting difference. Because of that, who you unlock for the extra stage is different. You unlock the other character for the extra stage, whereas I didn't check, I should have. These bugs seem to be leading the way. Really, I was just enjoying the night view. Came alone, got straddled with shady gadgets and shadier company by that gap hag. And I think it's all the same after this. Yeah. Before Wriggle shows up is the only unique dialogue. I know I should have checked before I beat a Sanai if I unlocked Rainbow Sanai for the extra stage. I assume I unlocked the one I played as, but there's also a possibility that I unlocked both of them because narrative-wise they were both there. Who knows? What I do know is I am playing this game again. Every run of this game has gone pretty well so far. I can't just count on that and turn my brain off, because if I do, that'll happen. I just got hit. But I didn't die because of some shield mechanic I don't understand. Yeah, Mokou! This is the more focused shot, and I still feel like I'm not doing that much. So I feel like I should never use the other shot ever. If even this shot does barely any damage, you notice how little the other one's gonna do. Yeah, the force shot types in these games have certainly been something. Patchley was weird because she was a charge shot, but like her charge was like different. I think it was based on I unlocked the extra spell this time. I don't think I did it last time. Actually, I did. It's this spell. I've unlocked it every time. I just haven't noticed this is the extra spell. Whoops. Yeah, Patchley in the first game, her chart. Right, I forgot. Yeah, their extra spell like sometimes isn't the final spell, which is just weird. She had a charging mechanic, but sometimes she would shoot out a laser and sometimes shoot fireballs, and I think that was based on whether you were shifted or not, but I swear, like, I was trying to manipulate that way, and I, like, couldn't get it to work. I don't know. It's a while ago, I don't remember. Then Yomo's shot was honestly, like, better than... it's probably better than how Yomo normally is nowadays. Because it was like a combination of her... Because she still had the charge mechanic, but you could at least still shoot while using it. So it's basically just Yomu's normal shots nowadays, but better. But you're still building on the foundation of having to use a charge shot that you like constantly like hold and release at certain times, and you just have to like completely change your mindset of how you play the game at that point, because you have to like, you're not just dodging anymore. Now you need to know when you're releasing and when you can afford to do that, and it's just a whole mindset thing that I've never been good at doing properly. That's why it's good that the only games that Yomu's playable in are the ones that aren't that difficult. He's in 13 and 17. 13's the game where it's a stupid game. It's a game that's so like under. It's just the bullet density is so much less than what normally is that it's literally like if I die at all before stage 5, I feel like giving up. That's a lot of time to make one fuck up and completely lose your motivation. That's why every run I have of that game, I literally don't even die until stage 5, because any run where I do, I'm basically giving up at that point. It's just such a weird game. We're like, yeah, it's a lot easier, but to make up for that, you get no lives. You get like maybe you start at 2 extra lives, and I think if you try your hardest, you can get 3. It's really dumb. And then just Miko's in a different video game. Like, I'm not gonna say Miko is like hard for a final boss, not at all. But she's not like significantly easier than what you'd expect from a TouHou final boss, and it's in the game where everything else is significantly easier from, especially UFO, the game before it. And it's just a really weird. The game's weird. I'm saying a bunch of negative things. I like 10 Desires for the most part. I'd put it up in like the top half. It's ironic, because at least the spaces I'm in, people fucking hate that game, apparently. It's like, okay. I get the complaints, but I don't know. I'll never understand the people who like 14. I hate that game. I hate playing that game. I hate most of the decisions made about that game. So when people are like, yeah, 13's the worst one, I'm like, okay. Much rather play that one than the one that came after it or the one that came before it. It's not really complimenting it that much, but that's just to say I hate UFO and I hate double dealing character. You know, I've never played UFO's extra stage, but I think it's not even like. I think it's one of the less bullshit ones, ironically. But I've never played it, so I don't know. And unless I suddenly decide I'm going to cover the entirety of a game's soundtrack again and do UFO, I'm never going to play that extra stage. I think that the days of me doing that are behind me. I did 4 games, and probably never gonna do it again. Like, especially, like, nowadays. Where, you know, I'm doing TouHou music right now, and TouHou music covers right now, and a whopping one of them got more than, like, 20-something views. So, yeah, normally when I do full game covers, like, people seem interested throughout the entire way. And now that it's no longer a thing, I'm not likely that I do that again. Not very high. That symbol mean? I don't know. Mokou's got fire wings. I've never done TouHou 8's extra stage. So, I triggered Mokou's Immortal Sacrifice. I don't know what that means, but I triggered it by running into a bullet and pressing the bomb button when I think I had bombs. Did I bomb? I don't know. Maybe Mokou has some gimmicks that I should have read about, but I don't read anything before I play the game when I probably should. You know, call me Aaron Hansen, I guess, whatever. I don't do that, do I? I don't skip a tutorial and then complain about the game being shit, do I? Maybe I've done that a couple times. I was talking. It's gone. Great. I was talking about something, and then I thought about something else for a second there, and now the thing I was thinking about a second ago is now gone. I feel like I was gonna start talking about something, and I was just kind of gone. Oh well. Yeah, from what I've played of 13's extra stage, it's just kind of, Mamizo's just kind of a weird fight. Oh, it's weird. What would TouHou look like if Kasen were the 13's extra state instead? Because I think that was the original plan. Who knows how early in development that idea was scrapped? Probably very. Because then Mamizo wouldn't exist. And I can tell you right now that the very fabric of the entirety of the written works would be very different. You know, I don't need to explain how relevant Mamizo has been to the written works for the past 10 years, to the point where I feel like the entirety of Lotus Eaters, as how it was planned out, had Mamizo being a main character as one of its like main reasons for being the way it is. So there's a good possibility that if she didn't exist as a character, like, it'd be completely different stuff being written out in a series right now, you know? Maybe there'd be better stuff, maybe there'd be worse stuff, who knows. So, Mokou, she's in a forest. She's shooting fire everywhere. I'm shooting fire on wooden structures. Mokou uses fire for her Danmaku. Can she, like, control it to where it doesn't cause massive forest fires every time she does a fight? Can she do that? I assume so, considering how often she does fights in a forest. I assume she has the magical ability to make her fire not go, you know, on a rampage when it catches wood. That's everywhere. There's wood everywhere. Most of the things on screen right now are made out of wood or flammable material. Paper's made out of trees, but it's not made out of wood. Or is it? I guess it is. It's wood going through a process. Paper's made out of wood. You ever been near a paper mill? They smell. I don't know how you live in a place that has a paper mill. But it just constantly smells like that. I've passed through places that have paper mills many times, and it's like the entire area smells like that when you're driving through it. And it's like, I assume the rent's cheaper to make up for that fact, because like, my God, that's a pretty big like caveat for me wanting to live in an area with a fucking paper mill and smells like that just all the time. Right. The fourth time playing the game, and it's still surprising me when this happens. Because it never happens in any other point in the game. You're playing the game, and then, by the way, this spell does this. Okay. This imagery was in Fantasy Maiden Wars with Tay, too. Like, these shark things. Was that part of her story? Was she chased by sharks or something? I don't know. It's a weird part of Tay's backstory I don't get. It's like, yeah, she's She's from the... She's the white Inaba from the one story. You know, the story about the rabbit who got skinned? It's like, okay. She doesn't look skinned to me. Was that part not real? The entire story happened as it was told, except for the part where the rabbit got skinned? I don't know, maybe I just don't... I've never actually looked into this story based from what basic knowledge I know about it, but what is... This is Tae's, this whole rabbit from this really old morality tale, translate to her, like... having authority over other rabbits because she's an important person or something? I don't know, she's... I don't get it. Well, it's one of those things. TouHou lore wants me to do homework to understand it, and I don't want to. So I'm going to continue to not understand it. Right. That was stage 3, stage 4. There's both stage 4 and 5. Right, they're still together. Stage 6. As soon as they start talking about heading out, going in different directions, that's when I gotta start reading the dialogue again, because it'll be different. Yeah, I just have not used the other shot that Mokou has, because it looks really bad. It's like, Yuko or Yuka, I guess? You got a shot like that. Was it in 5 she did? Really large area, but it does no damage. The fact that Yuka does no damage is very ironic indeed. Right, the giant skeleton bird of death. I wonder how often stage 3 of IN is considered like a human village theme, because right now it's just being considered like a Kane theme. It's not even in the human village. I'm trying to think. Most of the time when the human village appears in something, from what I can remember, the theme, for the more recent games at least, by recent I mean after 13.5, that's not recent, but in comparison to 20 years, I guess it sort of is. They use the theme of Hopeless Masquerade as the, like, human village theme. I guess because that game mostly took place in a human village, from what I remember, at least the main plot did. Fought Kokoro in the human village every time. The game had kind of a unique final boss, I think. I think you fought Reimu, Miko, and Byakuren as Kokoro. 13.5 is a weird game. To, like, establish the air fighters, but it had, like, it was before the whole urban legend thing, which basically is what the air fighters became about. So you had, like, them use special moves that they never used again. Natori had Snake's Final Smash from Brawl. she just did. It's the same thing. Yeah, in 14.5, Marissa threw you in a closet. What did you do in 13.5? I think Unzon just, like, punched the shit out of you in Ichiran's 13.5 thing. But that's not really surprising, because that's what Ichiran does in basically everything. She gets Unzon to punch the shit out of you. I'm going to assume that was all verbatim what it was last time. And if it wasn't, well, how would I be able to tell that, like, this dialogue is suddenly different when it's been the same this entire time? record, fantasy historical records. You put the records in the records, yes. Your clothes turn green because you changed the history of your clothes. She ain't got a hat. Why has she not got the hat? It's a stupid hat. God damn it, it's an important part of her character. I had that in a category when I made the hat tier list, didn't I? Kane was in it. Was this hat is stupid, but it's an important part of the character's design. Or it fits character or something. Kane's stupid castle hat is a very important part of her character design, and you've taken it away. You've taken a part of her. The hats are a part of them. That's why if you take one character's hat and you put it on another character's hat, it'll be like mind control or something. It'll like the personalities will mend together because you've taken part of one and given it to another. Yeah, I don't really have much to say now, do I? It's only my second recording of the day, but the first one went on a while, and I didn't have much to talk about anyway. Now I'm simply going to finish the game. And I guess I will move on to the extra stage. I should have time. I will play as Mokou. Because I think the playthrough I saw played it as Marissa. Because they played the main game as Mokou, which unlocks the extra stage as Marissa. So since I have played through the game as Marissa, I should be able to play through the extra stage as Mokou. So I will do that. Hopefully I do fine. I've been under the assumption that I've been able to play this game pretty easily. So I'm going to assume that's going to remain true for the extra stage. Hopefully I can at least get far enough to make a video out of it. But if it just ends up being like, actually the extra stage is as hard as you'd expect, and you're getting as far as you did for the first game. Like, oh well. Here's a 5-minute video of me failing the extra stage. Yep, this looks like the same dialogue to me. From what I can remember from a couple days ago. Yesterday. The Reimu run was a couple days ago. It did it again! What is that noise? Little click noise. That didn't happen for Sanai, did it? It happened for like, I think I'm remembering that happening for Marissa yesterday. Maybe it did happen for Sanai. My memories are mixing up. This happens when you play the same game 4 times. Your memory of what happened when is going to meld. I've said before a couple times that I like it when Racing is allowed to be happy, because a lot of times this is not allowed for some reason. Imperishable Night for the Busy Person, which has been translated after all this time. I've watched a bit of it. The ironic thing is that Racing is like the happiest creature in the entire world. It's just fantastic. Racing in that game is amazing. It's also, ironically, one of the more likable errands, because Aaron treats Racing well, from what I can tell. There's still a lot of that game left, so that can very much change later. Again, I think Aaron cares about racing, but I've seen enough fan works where it doesn't feel like she does, so you kind of just forget that. Because it's very important that Raison's life is pain and suffering and everything she's in. It's just like, and we are in space. So to show me this whole space background thing, are you doing that thing they did in the train story, the Hifu one? Realistic mountain viewing technology, or whatever. You're telling me that you took these rabbits who know how to do nothing but pound mochi and be shitheads. You had them build these robots. And you just think it would go on with nothing being wrong? So, okay, I had confirmation from Tay that all of them came out fine. And you trusted Tay with this task. A questionable decision. Alright, Racing. Gloomy old mansion. The sprite, like, they're like doing that thing where Racing looks really short because her art is cut off at a really short point. Looks like that in IN too. Racing like looks really short because her sprite is cut off at like a high point of her legs, so she just looks shorter than all the other characters. Very funny. Okay, this one's always been a bit weird, so try not to run it into any lasers here. Never gonna get over that art. It's just holding the machine gun up, whatever the hell that is. Assault rifle or something. Don't know guns. She summons giant guns to shoot me. Yes. Does she have blood on her skirt? Like, Racing, you're trying a bit too hard. I'm gonna assume it's mochi. That's what happened with Saren. Blood-colored mochi. Right, here's the extra one. So this is the extra one. So have I gotten this one every time? Maybe I think I've actually gotten more extra stage spells than I thought, but I just haven't been paying attention to the fact they're extra spells. Alright, here you go. He's going to shoot the gun. This one's tight, isn't it? Fucking cool. If I can break the Danmaku rules. Can't do that. It's illegal. It's a thing I did when I was playing Fantasy Maiden Wars yesterday. They were fighting Yorihime and Sakuya said, wait, if we all attack at the same time, we might be able to win. And it's like, Sakuya, you can't do that. goes against the gameplay mechanics. It's a turn-based SRPG. You can't all attack at the same time. It's like that'd be like in a Yakuza game, if it acted like an actual street fight with multiple people where they just all fight you at the same time, and no matter how strong you are, it doesn't really matter. When you got like 5 people kicking you at the same time, can't do that. They gotta come at Kiryu very slowly so he can fucking uppercut one right before the other one fights him. Can't open up the box of ignoring established gameplay features. Master's going to yell at me again now. I'll go look ahead. You check the other side. I think it's different. Alright, hope we discover something rare over there. Yeah, I might have skipped a few extra or unique dialogues, but oh well. Okay, gotta read the plot now. Stage 6 different because Mokou is by herself and not Marissa. Oh boy, I wonder what kind words Mokou and Kaguya will exchange when I get there. Below the moon. ST final. Whatever that. Stage final. Stage, that's what it stands for. Saint. The old bird. The garbage is being picked up outside. Can that be heard? Probably not. Or sometimes it feels like things that I expect to have been picked up by the microphone don't, and then things I didn't think would be picked up by the microphone do. Microphone works in mysterious ways. It does. Say that's a like mysterious or ominous thing. It's just kind of a fucking annoying thing. Stage doesn't have a mid-boss, but now that I think about it, how many stages have had a mid-boss? Stage 2, I think, did. I think Stage 3 did, and I think Stage 4 did, but I think all of them were, like, mid-bosses that attack you directly before the actual boss fight starts, so it's more just like an extension of the boss fight, really. The moonlight is so beautiful. Is that how the saying goes? There's no need for the princess to quote such a made-up, boring anecdote. Made up though it is, I actually find myself liking that line quite a bit. Same as last time so far. You over there, we've been watching you for a while. Coming all the way out here, commendable perseverance. Sorry to crash your fine gathering. I hope seeing me here doesn't spoil your Sukumi Dango. How could it? You came to Ayante to view the moon, right? I was hoping you'd come by more often. Forget it. Spiking sake snacks with weird drugs just to make a fool of myself. That's childish and dull. You moon dweller over there, every time she does something stupid, you're in on it too, right? Well, it seems that even an ordinary human, if they live 1,000 years, will accumulate some wisdom. What you did this time, you deserve a good, painful thrashing. Rip out your liver. That face that attracted countless followers is now drawing my eager fist, Kaguya. Mokou, having repeated the same days for over 1,000 years, you must get tired sometimes. Now is the chance to change. You, what the hell are you thinking? Let's settle this the hard way. We'll fight until we're both reduced to ash and put a final end to this festival that stole people's dawn. Oh, ageless and immortal humans, our time is still very, very long. Eventually Gensokyo will perish before our very eyes. But now I will show you the rebirth that awaits Gensokyo. So what are you fuckers trying to do? I feel like did I miss something? Was I supposed to read the manual? You keep alluding to something you're about to do, but I can't really tell what it is. Because the past 2 games, they were just the incident again, but nerve gas caused them to make it again. Because, you know, Remilia... Well, Remilia didn't really even do anything. It was more like just like nerve gas was happening and, like, Remilia invited people to a party or something? Because she wasn't the one who released the mist that time, I think. I don't remember. But 7 was just, the second game was just 7 again. It's literally just the gas made Yuyiko do 7 again. She didn't really understand why. It's like, what are these two doing? Because 8's plot wasn't really that serious from what I read. It was basically just, they were gonna hide the moon. Maybe that is more, I don't even remember. I guess them hiding the moon was bad, and that's why they stopped. But it's not like they were doing it maliciously. But now it's like, it seems like we're gonna do something real bad, because the gas is making them do it or something. But I can't really tell what that bad thing is. Are they trying to do the Lunarian classic of purifying the Earth? Which apparently isn't even a thing they were going to do, because TouHou's story is really annoyingly written. If you want to understand what's going on, you have to read a bunch of supplementary material. Like, oh no, the Lunarians, they never actually were going to purify the Earth. That was just the thing that the game said they were going to do, but they weren't actually, because it's this thing written here that you were supposed to read, but who the hell read that? Would make you know that. It's a good position to be in. It's really not. The spacecrafts. I've probably said this in a previous run, but it is ironic how their entire, like, motif here is, like, man-made spacecrafts. When don't they look down on that kind of thing? Because of course they do. You know characters are smart when they look down at some of the smartest people in all of humanity and think they're stupid. It's how you know you've made a smart character. Just notice, look at Aaron's bow. What's like going on with it? It's like not, it's normally just like a stick. That's not a stick. That's like connected joint things. I know what I could compare that to, but I don't remember the name of it. It's like a damn, like a pull, what's it called? Used to like, it's just like cross-section beams used to like lift something up, you know? Can't think of what they're called. Yeah, because I was finishing Mega Moose theme last night, I did go to bed quite late. Went to bed at around 2 something, probably didn't actually fall asleep until past 3. Woke up at about 10:15, so it is less than 8 hours of sleep, so might not be entirely there. I like to get my 8 hours, I normally can get my 8 hours. How delightful, it's happy to see diminutive humans, but come witness the end of time together with the moon. Stop auto-scrolling. And now we wait. Mokou's hair goes back and forth. It does. Alright, now we can start. Bless the residents of moon and heaven. Get it? Because the moon wants to be like heaven or something. Do 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 do. I actually am starting to feel the tiredness a bit now. It's not good. I have to play the extra stage. I can't be getting tired when I'm about to play the extra stage. The worst time to be getting tired. Okay, I guess that's your final actual spell. Or you know, do the thing. So that's how it is. Well done, Fujihara no Mokou. Leave the rest to me. It's time for everyone to awaken completely. Did Aaron say that? I think I made that exact same mistake earlier. I assume Kaguya said that, but the fact that Aaron is the one attacking me now makes me think Aaron's the one that said that. Well, I gotta say, this game, after the first two games, this game at least made me feel a bit better. You know, I didn't do great during the first two games. Well, ironically, I started off doing fine. I did good as Reimu and Marissa in the first game, but then I was not able to win the game for the rest of the first game or the entirety of the second game, except that easy mode run is Marissa, but you need to be in the middle here. This is a weird one. What am I doing here? I'm gonna be over here, right? This game is significantly easier, I guess. I'm hoping we'll continue on to the extra stage so I can actually show it. Apparently there are challenge options that I couldn't find. I guess that's why the base game is so easy, so they could add other things onto it. No, this way. Yeah. It's okay. Got a bajillion lives to waste here. I did pretty good on this final spell last time, so I can completely fuck it up now. It's fine. Oh boy. Deep. Oh, Mortis. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Look at all that blue. Very blue. You know, what I do, these recordings are always like at least 45 minutes, aren't they? Did Mokou really kill things slower than Sanai? Mm-hmm. Yep. All ships clear any difficulty. All ships. That's what you're calling them? I guess that's some shmup reference, because most shmups you play as a ship. Not in TouHou. M and yeah, they have the same first letter. Yeah. Alright, well there you go. So I guess in the next part, I will see what the hell is going on the extra stage. I should be able to play as Mokou now. So I will do that. So that's all for this bite.